I grew up in a small town, and I stood out, mainly because I looked different. I remember one day in Black History Month, it was February, our school decided to have the first Black History Month. I thought it was a good idea, and my teacher's like, gung-ho, let's do this. And instead of her just showing pictures of like Viola Desmond, Elijah McCoy, Martin Luther King, she just showed pictures of my family moving into town. In grade 12, I was in a cafeteria like this one, and I was skipping class, I was playing dice, playing cards, and my vice principal at that time came up to me and he was like, hey Ian, I hope you're good at gambling, because the way you're going right now, you're probably not going to graduate. And my parents are West Indian. And like most immigrant parents are serious about education. She just slapped her hand. So get it, like that's how real it is.
Ian is real. The examples that he brings in, not only just, never mind that the topic in and of itself is probably one of the most pervasive issues affecting adolescents today. Examples that he uses to illustrate his points are not only relevant, are not only current. The comedic angle that he plays is really engaging. It's immediately engaging.
I started to really experience, for the first time in my life, some symptoms of real depression. And I was embarrassed. I felt like it was my choices that made me get to this point where I couldn't even get into university. I didn't tell my parents about it, didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't want to go to school looking like this sad dude who's moping around, so I went to school and put on the same mask and the same face of just a funny guy. I went to my aunt's house, and when I went to my aunt's house, I usually garden with her over the summertime. And she looked at me, she's like, Ian, we're not cracking jokes, you're not talking too much, what's going on? I didn't say anything to her. And then she's like, I know the university stuff is sometimes stressful. If you need to open up about it, that's okay. So that for the first time, I opened up about what was going on with me, and working with my aunts, I was able to talk to my parents about it. But that situation helped me to realize that if I was going through all that in silence and thinking that I was embarrassed even to open up about it, how many other people around me are dealing with the same issue? The Canadian Mental Health Association said 1 out of 5 young people be diagnosed with a mental illness. What does that look like? In this room right now, I want you guys to look under your seat. If you see a sticky note that's a neon color, I want you to stand up. So if you look around right now, you'll get a good understanding of what 1 in 5 means.
They came out feeling really good about themselves, really confident, able to possibly share with guidance, because guidance was there, admin was there. So awareness. And because in January we did a lot of work on mental health just before exams, this tied everything together. So all the work we're doing here was so beautifully tied. Students were able to talk about it and share their feelings or their thoughts, and to also learn proper terminology surrounding the topic of mental health.
So don't think about mental health as like I'm perfectly healthy, I'm feeling great, or I'm mentally ill. It's a spectrum, it goes along a spectrum. So when you're going throughout your day and your school year, think about the spectrum. And if you feel like you're struggling, you want to get some help, and it's okay to get help. One of the most powerful and strong things and brave things you can do is actually reach out and get some help. If I didn't have my cousin Ines, she's my auntie, but I call her my cousin Ines, to help me when I was stressed, I don't know if I'd be here with you guys right now.
He's a breath of fresh air. When he came to one of my schools, it's not an easy group to please, and these kids were glued. I really feel that what he shared, the students really took to heart. And even for the staff, we all could relate to Ian in some way.
When you guys go out here today, I want you to do the 3 C's. One of the 3 C's is care. Everybody say care. Care. A next C is connect. Everybody say connect. Connect. And the last one is compassion. Everybody say compassion. So when you go forward, tell your teachers about it. When you do it, tell your friends about it. But if you do one of those things, all Saints will be a mentally healthier school. So go out there and connect, care, be compassionate.